What is the goal? The goal is heaven. The goal is eternal union with God, in communion with Mary and the saints for all eternity. I say those words, but do I truly understand what they mean? I have some level of understanding, but I don't know what it is to be eternally happy, to be eternally at peace, to be eternally joy-filled. But in my relationship with Christ, I get solid glimpses of that every day. That's what I'm invited to for eternity. So keeping my eyes on the prize, so to speak, keeping my eyes on Christ, who is the ultimate goal, then whatever it is that we have, whether it's intense joy or it's a time of trial and tribulation, it is coming back to Christ in all things. So having a solid life of prayer for me is essential, not because I'm a priest. I think every Catholic Christian has to have a solid life of prayer, because if we have that solid life of prayer, then we are immersed in the blood of the Lamb every day. We are immersed in the mercy of Christ. We have, as St. Paul says, the opportunity to have within ourselves the mind of Christ. So we look at the world with the mind of Christ, with the wisdom that comes from God. And we understand that everything in this world is temporary and transitory. But in Christ, it is eternal. And for me, that's the distinction. That's the difference. I can have what this world has to offer me. And I could have taken whatever intellect God has given me, and I could have risen to great levels of whatever, and then I would die. The question for me, as was the question that Jesus, reflects upon in the gospel in relationship to the man who accumulates all this wealth, and God says, "You fool, tonight your life will be demanded of you." So I asked the question of my congregation, I asked the question of myself, what is it that you want to hear from God at the end of your life? "Well done, good and faithful servant," or "You fool"? I want the former, not the latter. So whatever it is that has to be endured, if we can call it endurance, it's worth it because of what is promised to us in Christ.